today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, is the worst case happening Bitcoin right now? Are we gonna go down to a price level of 20,000 US dollars? And if so, what is going to happen to my multi-million US dollar trade? Am I going to get wrecked or not? Questions everyone is asking right now, as we just saw this crazy breakdown in the last night and Bitcoin is still not recovering. Now, of course, I want to talk about what the heck is happening right now and what the heck is going to happen right now in the immediate short term for Bitcoin. And let me talk about that. Before I'm doing so, I would really like to ask you, dear ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, subscribe, like, share this video, make much noise for the algorithm as possible, because I really need this video to spread. I really need this video to go through the internet like a bushfire. Please help me with that, because your support is not only a feedback for me that you want more of these videos, it also is a feedback for YouTube to actually share this video among a bigger audience, because what I have to share today is extremely important. Yes, we got rejected here from the previous resistance, and I was talking about it 2 days ago, this possible Bitcoin crash. Then yesterday I was covering that Bitcoin crash. I just check on my channel, I uploaded a video, Bitcoin crash urgent. Of course, I didn't predict this crash to happen just tomorrow, right? But I was talking about this possibility. Now it is happening. And now the question is, how can we interpret that? What is the price target? Is Bitcoin going to recover from here? Well, first of all, I wanted to pull out this EMA line, and this is such an important one to look at. First of all, of course, yes, I am still in my trade. My Bitcoin trade is right now ranking in $600,000 in a profit. It's almost half of what it was, but it's still 600,000 higher than when I opened it, right? When I stay positive here, of course. Also, I was asking you, dear ladies and gentlemen, over on, that is not the one, that's my feed, over on Twitter, 7 hours ago, who buys the Bitcoin dip? Well, many people are saying me, but more importantly, most people think we are not going below 25,000 US dollars. Now, of course, we have to ask ourselves, does this mean we are not going below, or is the majority usually wrong? Well, first of all, on the EMA, this is the EMA, the 200 EMA, the 200-week exponential moving average. This one is calculated by the last 200 weeks. So every single dot here on this line is calculated by the previous 200 weeks, calculating an exponential moving average and giving us this data points here. So we can see Bitcoin is right now exactly kissing it. The question is, what does it mean for the Bitcoin price? Well, if I was to zoom out, you can see that Bitcoin's history literally rhymes. Maybe it doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. We were, of course, between support and resistance throughout the last 13 years, 14 years. Also, we had this downward sloping resistance every single time, pushing the Bitcoin price down. And then once we were breaking it, Bitcoin is going higher. Every time we had these yellow areas here, showing us horizontal resistance for Bitcoin, and then later on getting support. This time again, but more importantly, if we are zooming out, a break below the 200-week moving average, exponential moving average, was happening every single cycle. Here in 2015, then you can see right there in 2018, it was happening again. And just last year, we had it also when Bitcoin actually broke below the 200-week exponential moving average in somewhere around June 2022 in the last summer. We broke below, we broke higher. And now the question is, are we going to break below again? Well, past performance is not necessarily indicative for future performance, but at least you can see in every single bull market, we had at least another retest below. Right here, it was in 2020 during the C dump. You remember, we broke higher to 14,000 and then had one last shakeout before we were going off to the races towards the upside. And actually, earlier even in the cycle of 2013, 14, 15, 16, we broke below. Bitcoin managed to actually stabilize around this 200-week MA and had one last second break below. So putting things together in every single bull cycle and bear cycle, at least here we are talking about a little bit more or less, it feels like a bear market, right? We are having two breaks below the 200-week moving average. So if Bitcoin would like to stay consistent, at least with the history, I'm not saying we are going to do that, but I'm telling you, of course, it's possible. Yes, I'm a bull. Yes, I'm in my long position, but it is possible And especially also on an historical perspective, now that we got rejected, I have to tell you, it is possible that we are breaking below. So far, Bitcoin is holding the support. 26,000, 25,500 is the support for Bitcoin. Now, of course, you want to ask the most important question. If we break below 25,500, what is going to be the price target? This is what we want to talk about here. This is the most important point. And before I'm saying it, go down to the comment section and tell me, what do you think is the price target if we are breaking this resistance as the support? You know, if A happens, we do A. If B happens, we do B. We are sophisticated traders and we have a game plan no matter what. Now, leave your comment down below with your price target. But we have here a few things coming together. What I find to be interesting, at least to say, is two specific levels to look out for. Whoops, let me go back here. That is number one, the 61.8, the golden pocket. We have it at $21,200 right there, where possible support is, also previous volume support, and also the previous low. So we have a few things coming together here. I think if we break 26,000 here with significant resistance, this is the next price target. And the very worst case, which I find to be extremely unlikely, let me tell you, I even find this unlikely, not extremely unlikely, breaking 25. Not extremely unlikely, but unlikely. But it is possible. More unlikely is this, but still this price target is way more likely than my personal worst case scenario, which has a very low likelihood at the 78.6, the $19,000 area. However, it is possible if you are looking at it in every single cycle, we are having a double bottom or a higher low. Double bottom right here. We had a higher low right here. And if we would break lower, we would get a double bottom or higher low once again. At least in terms of historical confidence level. This is, oops, let me go back here. This is definitely a possibility. And now I want to know from you, what do you think is going to happen in the immediate short term for Bitcoin? For now, as long as we are holding it, for now, as long as Bitcoin is creating a higher low and not breaking the weekly trend, I am not going to change anything on my trade, which is still very profitable. If this is happening, I might reconsider, because 19,000 would be, I think it would be below my liquidation price. So I would either have to scale up, close in a profit and open a new trade. Let me know what you think about that. Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and we are going to see each other very soon at the next one of I'm on Crypto. As always, guys, as always, bye.